any farmer or rancher in Oklahoma that through the years has grown some of the forage sorghums for hay crops knows that when we get into these hot summer months, that there's a pretty good chance that the heat and the drought stress on these plants will cause an increase in nitrate uptake, and therefore the possibility of putting up some hay that's got high levels of nitrate and could cause some nitrate toxicity. Well, there's a couple of things about this that I want to remind the producers concerning nitrate toxicity. Number one is that when we have that period of time where the plants have been stressed for several days, maybe a week or so, due to one of these high pressure domes, and then we get a drought easing rain. We finally get that good thunderstorm and a good rain. There's often a situation where the rancher wants to go right out within a couple of days after that rain has occurred and cut that hay crop. I say wait, because we know that that drought easing rain will let that plant continue to take up nitrates for several days before its normal plant metabolism takes over and changes that nitrate into plant proteins. We need to wait about a week after that good drought easing rain and let that plant get back to normal metabolism. That will help to ease the nitrates that have accumulated in those plants. The other myth that I think we want to discuss is about the time of day that we cut these hay crops. For years, producers thought that if they waited until later in the day to cut one of these forage sorghum type fields, that would mean that the nitrate concentration would be lower, thinking that the metabolism of the plant during the day would use up the nitrate. We've conducted studies here at Oklahoma State University across the state, especially the western part of the state of Oklahoma, 5 different fields where we looked at the nitrate concentration in those fields every 2 hours from 8 a.m. clear up to 6 p.m. We found no significant difference in the nitrate concentration depending upon the time of day. So I don't want ranchers or farmers to get misled by the thought that if they cut later in the day, that hay is essentially safe from nitrate toxicity. That's just not the case. I think there's a lot more about nitrates that you probably ought to know if you haven't got some experience with growing these forage sorghum type plants. So I encourage you to go to the Sunup website. That's sunup.okstate.edu. There we've got a link to a fact sheet. It's PSS 2903. It's called Nitrate Toxicity in Livestock. Has a lot of information that's really useful for Oklahoma producers that are going to grow some of these forage sorghum type plants this summer. Hey, we look forward to visiting with you again next week on Sunup's Cow-Calf Corner.